Good day, class! Welcome to our online class. It's me, Teacher Larissa, your teacher in this session. Okay, now, before we start the discussion, I'd like to assure you that you are already in your comfortable place so you can focus on our topic that we are going to discuss today. So class, in checking our attendance, you just need to like this video so I can know you if you have already watched our lesson for this day. And for today's lesson, I will be discussing behavior of light. You may have experienced creating shape of some objects by projecting its shadows in your hands on a wall. And you usually do this to the lighted candle as your light source. So let's talk about shadow. A shadow is formed when you block the path of the light. Because light does not bend around any corner, so whenever an object blocks some of the light, a shadow is created. So this shows that the light travels in a straight path. Although the light follows a straight path from its source, it can be slowed down and scattered by objects placed in its path. For example, you'll see rays of sunlight streaming to a window on a sunny day because some of the lights are scattered by dust particles in the air. You can see a ray of light when it strikes to the eye directly. Then, it forms an image of an object from which is a scan. Light can bounce off or be absorbed by matter. It can easily pass through air, and it also can pass through glass and water.
A matter that transmits most of the light that strikes is said to be transparent, and transparent materials allow light to pass through so you can clearly see the object through them.
Other materials like frosted glass allow some of the light to pass through, but you cannot see clearly the objects through them. And these materials are what we call translucent.
A matter that absorbs but does not transmit light is said to be opaque because most solids are opaque. You cannot see light through them.
Now, let's discuss about the speed of light. Did you know, class, that there is nothing travels faster than the speed of light? It's because light travels with a speed about 300 million meter per second or 186,000 miles per second in a vacuum. So at this amazing speed, did you know that the speed of the light from the sun takes only 8 minutes to travel to Earth? So when the light passes through a medium, it travels more slowly. So this means the speed of the light varies depending on the medium through which it passes. In air, light travels at about 99% of its speed in space. However, in water, light slows down to about 225 million meter per second. And in a glass, the speed of the light decreases to about 196 million meter per second. So here is the table that shows the speed of the light that travels in a different mediums. Okay, class. What have you noticed about light when you are close and far to it? So, let's discuss about intensity of light. Probably you have noticed that light appears to be brighter when you are close to it and dimmer when you are far away from it. It is because the brightness of light depends on how far away you are from the source. The particle nature of light explains that the brightness or intensity of light changes with distance. This figure shows what happens to the intensity of light as it moves away from a light source. So the particles of light travels in a straight line from a light source. And at the source, all particles of light are closer together. Since the intensity of light is related to the number of photons, light is brighter when you are closer to the source. And as the distance from the source of light increases, light spreads out and becomes dimmer. And the quantity that measures the amount of light illuminating in a surface is called intensity.
Density of light depends upon the amount of light or the number of photons that passes a certain area or space.
Like in your house, you usually control the intensity color of the area of spreading the light in order to get the effect you want. For example, bright lamps for reading are placed on your study table, but dim light is used in your bedroom. So, class, what do you think are the other places or area in your house that needs a bright light source? Just comment down below your answers.